Hello YouTube world. I have been MIA for a few weeks. Unfortunately, we had a passing in the family, so things were a bit crazy, organizing stuff and sorting out stuff as you do when a loved one passes. But anyways, sure, so many projects I want to do in so little time, so maybe I'll be very busy this week and do lots of videos this week. Let's see how everything goes. So today, what are we going to do? Let me show you the ideas that I have so far for upcoming videos that I shall be doing. So I've got this very cool thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's a nice DHL envelope with some good cardboard, so some thinking to do around this. Do I want to make a journal cover, masterboard? So exciting stuff. We'll see what happens there. Then I went to my favorite shop, McSneaky. Hubby doesn't like McDonald's, so whenever I go to McDonald's I do a McSneaky, and then inevitably end up telling him that I've had a McSneaky. Anyways, I saw these and they were so cute. So another project to think about, maybe some really cool little notebooks or folder things or journaling spots, who knows. So there's a couple of those to work on. Yeah, so that's maybe what's in store coming up. I'll work on that during the week. But yesterday I sat a little bit. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's yesterday, who knows. The past 2 weeks have just melded into each other. So I thought I'd make these like large tabs, so I got creative with that. So today I think I will show you how to make these tabs, and we can decorate them and have some fun with that, with some scrappy bits, because I've still got lots of little offcuts, and I've got this whole jar full of scrappy pieces of material and lace and ribbon, so maybe that will come in handy just now. Oh, and another thing that I did was from my previous videos, I got a new set of drawers, which is so awesome. Let me show you what I did from my previous videos. I actually managed to finish most of these. So this is from the last video where I've actually finished all of these little scrappies. Ooh, and I got myself some new digitals as well. So I think those turned out all very cool. This one is pretty amazing. It's like a nice little fold out tuck spot. I don't know what it will be one day when it grows up. Used some of my stickers and had lots of fun. I have this die cut which makes these little pockets, so I thought that was quite nifty. So clusters, lots and lots of pretty little clusters. I think they turned out quite nice. Pretty stuff. I got to use my stickers that I've been hoarding. So yeah, I think those turned out quite alright. Ta-da! All done. Yeah, so I don't know what we'll talk about today, but let's see how it goes. We'll go with the flow today. Okay, so what I did was I used some of our very famous Checkers Man papers to make these large tabs. So let's see. I've got my cutting board, which seems to be having a bit of issues, but hopefully it fell on the floor and it cracks. I don't know if I'm even in shot here. It cracks over here. So I used my E8000 to try and glue that back together. So let's see if that can hold on for a while. Oh, another thing. I found a whole lot of these jobbies, so like screws and metal things. So I sent hubby to the pharmacy today to go and get some hydrogen peroxide, so that's another thing to rust these goodies, and maybe we'll make some rust dyed papers or something with that. So there's another project on the go. Yeah, so let's get on with this. Alright, so I'm going to take my checkers bag paper and I'm just going to cut it down a bit just so it's nice and straight. And no measuring, absolutely no measuring. I'm just making edges straight, like that. And last little side here. So this piece was already folded in half, so I've kind of used that fold just to measure straight edges off. Alright, so let's see. Maybe let's cut this down the middle. Put that there. Nice and straight. Give that a bit of, oh, I think I need a new blade. See, that's making ripping. Okay, let's just clean that up. That's a bit better. Maybe I shouldn't be so hasty. Let's try again. Let's try from the top this time. There we go. That seems better. Okay, so there's a bit of measuring that I want to do here. I'm going to do 4 centimeters. And I don't know how long those are, but we'll check that out just now. And let's do 6 centimeters. There we go. Let's do another 4. Okay, let's work with those 3 for now. Let's put these other bits aside. Alright, let's put that out the way. Alright, so I'm just going to fold these in half with the writing on the inside, because once we stick them down onto something, we won't see the insides. Okay, and let's see how long they are. This one is 14 centimeters, so they'll all be about 14 centimeters. It depends how long you want your tab, I guess. Okay. So there's the 2 2s, well, the 2 4s folded. I say 2 because it's now in half. Let's fold this one this way, and this is the 6 centimeter, which gives us 3 centimeters. Alright, now I don't have one of those nice little tabby punch things, so I decided to use my tag making punch. Woohoo! Okay, so what I did is I turned it over. This one is now 3 centimeters because it's folded in half. And what I do is I kind of slide it in there and line it up nicely and give it a punch that side, turn it around, push it in there. This one's not folded too well. Oh, speaking of Checkers Man, there's Checkers Man. Ah, the gate. There we go. Tap. Woo! With pretty decals. So the reason why I've done 2 of these is because the one I'm going to push right up, also in there, up against that line at the edge there. Let me show you. There's like a little stopper there. So I've pushed it all the way against the stopper. Give it a punch. Do the other side. Okay, there we go. And this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and line it up so this fold, well, that's the fold, the open edge is as close to that little circle punch there, that circle. So slide it in and do a bit of an eyeball. I think that's good. And on the side, turn it around, line it up. There we go. Then you'll see I've got 2 different shapes there, which I thought was quite cool, right? And then that would be the full shape. So yes, we make a plan when we don't have exactly what we need. So there we go. What to do? I think first of all we should maybe just cover them and then decorate them. So these ones, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to snip off this little edge here, because I don't think we're going to use that little bit there. There we go. I think that's great. Okay, so let me have a look what I've got. I've got still some of these from the last projects with the backgrounds. Let's go through here. What are we going to use today? This is always so cool, but it's very directional, so the one side's going to be upside down. I think, let's see what I have. Ooh, that could be quite interesting, but you're not going to get the full image, so maybe not those. Let's go through the scraps that I've got left over from the last project. Again, it is directional, so if I glue that down, the writing is going to be upside down on the one side, so I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. This cool brown paper stuff, and I've got this stuff left over. Let's see. Let's use that. Okay, glue paper. Glue paper. Glue paper. Alright. Let's start here. Alright, so I think I'm just going to use some glue stick. Let's see if that will cover. Smooth it out a bit. Bone folder. Oh, I saw some off of there. That's okay. Right, it's not the end of the world. Oops, let's not tear too much off of there now. Maybe we can cover it with some washi tape or something. I'm going to just set that aside for now. Let's cover the other two. I know sometimes this seems a bit pointless. You know, you scrunch all the paper up, and then once you put the glue on and you use your bone folder to like kind of straighten it out, crinkles kind of go away, but not completely. That looks good to me. I suppose it doesn't help if I put it on the gluey section. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to use my bread folder this time because I wrote the paper last time. Oh, that's not sticking to it. Okay, maybe let's use the bone folder on this side. There we go. Set that aside for now. Let's see. I don't think this is going to be wide enough. No, not wide enough. Use it for another project. Let's see what else there is. What else can I scrounge around for? Let's see. I'll take this one. I think that will be cool. You can even put it on the side, for example. I think that can work. So, I did get this idea of larger tabs from watching Crafty by Toni, so credits to her. But she uses a little punch board to make her tabs, but I don't have one of those. I do have an alphabet punch board, but I couldn't find the right sort of shape to make these cool little cutouts. So yeah, like I said it before, use what you have. There we go. Alrighty, let's cut these out. So the reason why I thought about doing these as well was because of those clusters, and every now and then I'd go, oh, a tab would be so cool on this cluster, and then I didn't have any. And I do have a whale tail punch, but they're quite small, you know, and I wanted nice longer sort of tabs. Yeah, let's just cut that out now to cut out the shape. I suppose I could put it back in the punch, but I can't see why we can't just cut it out. This white paper is quite delicate. It's not quite tissue paper, but it's also sometimes you get this paper in your packaging, so it's, instead of having brown packaging tape, you have white packaging tape. Oh, tape, listen to me. Paper, I mean paper. White packaging paper. Brown packaging paper. Okay, there we go. Done. Do I want to keep this? No. I've got so much of this stuff. It's hoard little pieces. Ugh, I think I'm a little bit over that now. I should just end up with so much stuff. I want to say junk, but one man's junk is another man's treasure. Okay, this is the one that I ripped a little bit. I think what I'll do as well is I will punch out some of the whale tails, and we'll do some small ones as well. I should actually have a look in my die sets. I've got so many dies, and I'm sure some of them might even have larger tab dies. But again, it's something for another day. Let's cut this out. Definitely will be saving the rest of this paper. I'm not throwing this out because there's still so much I can use there, which is awesome. I think these cutty out bits I'll just turf. Cutting. So yeah, with when you cut this 6 and fold it into half to 3 centimeters, sometimes what happens is that little circle part punches out, which I think is okay, especially if you're going to cover it, because from the other side now you won't see that little half circle. House is busy as usual. The grandkids and the oldest daughter and her husband are out, so I also thought this would be a good opportunity to do a bit of filming because the house is a little bit quieter. Okay, let's go. Almost done. Last little bit. Here we go. Okay, these pieces I'm not going to keep. Throw those away. Okay, just refold those over. Very nice, very nice. There we go, some tab shapes. Alright, so, oh, also, like I said, I got a few new digital kits. I've just got to try and remember which ones and who they're all from. I think I downloaded Margreth from SevenPlaza. She recently did a family photo album, if I'm not mistaken. And she had these very cool, I don't know, like advert pieces. So that's kind of like the full-size ones. So go check out her Ko-Fi shop. Ko-Fi, however you say it. So those were pretty cool. And then what I did was I printed 4 to a page. And I got these itsy bitsy little pieces. So I think we'll use some of those. And then, oh yes, I got a sorting out box. I'll show you now, because remember the other day I was saying, oh, the jars aren't working out too well. Ta-da! How exciting! It's amazing. So yeah, so instead of having that jar and me scratching in there, I've separated them into kind of similar sizes or similar shapes, and added some other things that I had lying around. And then also I got this from Margreth at SevenPlaza. It was her antique Entomology, I think that's what it was, and there was a whole page of these moths. So I printed those onto, these are on washi printable pages. And then my printer again started running out of ink, so I've got this more blue shaded ones that I printed onto clear stickers. So there's lots of fun there. And then was it on Etsy? I think it was on Etsy. I found another creator. She I think her name is Cheryl, and very friendly. She sent me personal messages and I sent her personal messages back. It was so cool to actually interact with this lady, so very friendly. I have to go and look to see what, I think it was called like Happy People, Happy Doll People or something like that. And I just printed these in black and white onto washi. These are the very small ones. Again, I just downscaled the actual digital, so those are on washi. Aren't they cute little people? So I think those are ideal for this. Let me just look in here somewhere. My new drawers. Oh, I'm so impressed with my new little drawer set. Where did I put the people? I'm still learning my drawers. Did I put them in there? Oh, aha! I found them. So on the no, I didn't. On the digital, oh, I did. With this one, so there were like bigger sizes, and then the smaller sizes kind of offset from the bigger sizes. So they actually, here we go, you can see like here, you see same but different sizes. So yeah, so these are kind of like just sort of offset down below. You can see it almost fits in there. Cut them out obviously. So yeah, I've got these 2 different size peoples because I wanted to make moth people, so hence why I got Margreth's moths. And then Cheryl, she is the torn paper, I think that's what she's called. I'll go and double check, and then I'll put all the links and mentions in the description of this video. Yeah, so torn paper, or torn page, sorry, torn page. Cheryl at Torn Page. Awesome digitals. She has such amazing digitals. In love with her digitals. This is from a different kit of hers. I'm just trying to remember. Because I bought 2 different kits from her. and they were very reasonably priced. Okay, so let's get on with creating here. I think we need to start with some washi tapes. Washi tapes. Washi tapes. Washi tapes. My favorite ones. Let's maybe start here. Oh, I love this set. It's so amazing. Off of Temu. Let's do this one. I like this one. Pretties. Alright, so this one where I ripped it there, I ripped it over there. So I think what I'm going to do is just run some washi tape along the bottom here. Let's do that. There we go. That already is looking very cute. Very nice, very nice. And this is a thing, you know, like, are we going to see the back? I suppose when I decide to use them, I can always then decorate the backs if I want to. So I think today I'll just do the fronts. So let's use that one over there. This one. And why don't we use this one? This one's pretty cool with the faux writing. I like that. And I'm going to actually stick it across that fold on the top there. Give that a bit of a tear off. And this one. I want them kind of neutral-ish, you know. Oh, there goes the dogs. Those ones back. I think this other one, I'm going to use some of this music washi tape. Because we love music, don't we? Finding the edge. Listen to those two yappers. I've also given them new nicknames because whenever the grandkids are having some food and stuff, then immediately the one Yorkie, she runs in and she starts looking around, and the littlest grandson's now figured this out as well and starts throwing his food at her. in cahoots. So yeah, I've renamed the Yorkies Hoover and Kirby because they come in afterwards and lick up all the crumbs and stuff. Okay, that's looking great. I'm going to get these scissors out. I love these scissors. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I've got like 3 of these. I've got one for paper, one for my quilling, and one for material or for sewing. Okay. Cutting the edges. Okay, there we go. Keep them, not keep them. Oh, I'm sure we all have this problem about, do I keep these little bitsies? I could always use them on this, and I can always use, no, it gets a bit much after a while. Okay, let's cut off these excess. So yeah, Hoover and Kirby are having a good yap at the gate. They even had a feature in my husband's YouTube video the other day. He introduced them to his YouTube world. Oh, and I found it a little bit unfair. I must be honest, I'm a little bit jealous. He only recently started his YouTube channel and he's already got like 115 subscribers. So guys, please like, share and subscribe. I would really like to grow my page. I mean, my channel. I keep getting confused with YouTube and the Facebook. The Facebook. Yes, I'm that old. I've just given away my age. The Facebook. The YouTube. yeah, I'd really like to grow some more followers, guys. Oh, subscribers, same thing, different platform. Oh, I think I actually do have a new subscriber. So unfortunately I can't see who my subscribers are. I think you can only see 4 of my subscribers, because if you don't have a public account, then it doesn't show up on my followers, subscribers. There we go. That's looking great. All right, that looks really great already, and we like not even that far. All right, let's ink some edges. I'm just going to ink the backs up anyways, even though I'm not really decorating the backs today. There we go. Another one. Again, like, inking is so tedious, but it is so worth it. It just gives your project that extra little je ne sais quoi. A little bit of something, but I'm not quite sure. Well, I folded these very skew, but does it really matter? I mean, once you flip it over something, you're not exactly going to see that they don't line up exactly. So I suppose I must give myself a little bit of leeway there, not to be too critical and hard on myself. After all, we're meant to be having some fun. Ah, one more. So you'll see, like, the washi tape's not really taking on the ink too well, but you and I know it's there. I suppose because it does have like a bit of a sheen to it. Let's just do the back. That will do. That'll do. Okay, there we go. Right, fun stuff. Let's get out the bitsies. I think. Let's see. So many choices. So many choices. Let's try one of these little butterflies. It's quite cute. So I just had some leftover scrapbook page that I just punched out different size circles, which is very cool. Okay, let's start with that one. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just, again, going with the flow and trusting the process, and nothing's really planned. I think that pink and that pink goes really well with each other. So I'm going to put it up or just hang it down a little bit. Before I do that, let me pull out this jar again. Let's see what little bits and scrappies we have in here. Oh, something just caught my eye. This stuff. I don't even know where it's from or what it's from, but it's so cool. Let's take some of that out. There's a nice little thin piece. I'm going for kind of neutrally colors, I guess, besides a little dash of pink there. There's an odd piece of lace. That's a really scrappy piece, but who knows. We keep these things. There's some more. I don't want to take up too many because, yeah, Okay. Oh, look, there's a cute little yellow bow even. Bit of purple, because we love purple. Oh, you guys know that I like purple. Okay, let's see. What are we going to put where? I think a nice strip across there would be good. Cut a strip of this off. Almost there. It's a little bit long, isn't it? Okay, let's cut it down again. Got it here. I say to you that I have sewing scissors and I use my paper scissors on the material stuff. Oh well, multi-purpose. Alright, let me think. I think I'm going to use my fabric glue on this one. I want to see now because this faux writing is kind of upside down. So let's use this side where it's not upside down. So this is quite, it's got this weave in it, so I think I'm just going to do like a scribbly piece because who knows where it's going to tack onto. I think this, yeah, there it comes. It's a little bit blocked, but it's coming out now. Very stinky. It's got quite a sharp smell, this glue. Okay, I'm going to hang it over the side a little bit as well. Oh, it's skew. Oh, it really tacks quickly. Let me put that aside for it to dry a little bit. Let's see. I really like this scrappy piece, you know, like something like that where it's, yeah, that's looking great. Okay. This time I'm going to go on the fabric because there's a bit more space on here to hold some glue beads. Even though it's a bit fine here. Okay. Let's kind of stick it at an angle. Yeah. And then that can kind of go there. I'm happy with that. Switching glues. Just check again which way is the general way that those butterflies are going upwards. I could use glue stick, but because I'm sticking back onto material, I could have used the material glue as well, yeah, but I love my B6000. It's very versatile. Yeah, look at that. That looks cute. Okay, let's leave that to dry a little bit. What to put on this one? Maybe we do a bit of this and a bit of that. A bit of this and a bit of that. Yeah, why not? Again, I still don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm sure at the end it's still going to be pretty. Just run some glue along here. Fiddly. We like fiddly things. Okay. Let's give the end a bit of a snip. I'm going to go at an angle. There you go. Oh, now it's sticking to me. How about, oh sorry, I don't know, I'm saying how about, but I don't even know what I'm howling abouting. Let's take some threads, because I mean, who doesn't have a bag of threads, right? They always make for interesting things. There's a name for these threads in the crafting mold, but I can't remember what exactly it is. Throbs or something like that, like odd bits of thread. Obs. Are they obs? I can't even tell you. Okay, we'll put that there like that for now. I'm just kind of waiting for the glue to dry just a little, so I can sew these down, because I think that will give it a bit more character as well. Yeah, so when I bring the sewing machine out, you guys might not be able to see too well, because yeah, I'm not going to stop filming to move my sewing machine here and then stop filming and then move it here again, so it might look a bit strange in a few minutes. I think let's start with this one. You see what I mean? Okay, so now this is an extra little light thing that I got for the sewing machine. It's so cool. It's like a little LED light which helps light up a bit more around here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it looks like everything's come undone here. I might need to just pause so I can restring my machine. Okay, that's better. Restrung. What am I doing? Straight stitch, zigzag stitch. I think I'm going to go for this funky zigzag stitch. Oh, it would help if I switch it on. Because of this LED light, I didn't realize that I haven't switched it on. I'm like, it should be on, but it wasn't. Beautiful. I think I'm happy with that. Let's give this one a little stitch. What stitch? I think I'm just going to stay with the same stitch. Which way am I going to put it through? This way first. I'm just going to start stitching there. should be good enough. Yeah, giving it a bit of character. Right, switch that off. Switch that off. Let's move all of this stuff out of the way. Better. All of this, you see there's my sewing scissors, and they look exactly the same as my paper scissors, but they're sewing paper. They are really amazing and they're super sharp. So very happy with those. Let's put those things away. You guys kind of know I'm a little bit pedantic about putting things away. I didn't sew this one. I should have, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let's just chop off the excess here. Am I going to keep these? No, because I've got a whole packet full of them. And I've got a whole spool full of this specific color. Spool of cotton. Is that what you call them? Spools. Cotton spools. I'm going to cut that off there. I kind of like this little bit of shadiness at the end there, so I'm going to leave it. Right. Decorating. I'm going to get, I think I definitely want to make a moth person on one of these. So let me get those little mini people. I'm going to go with the ladies. I kind of separated them into children, ladies and gents. She's quite cute. Let's do one for now. I can decide if I want to do another one later. I definitely want a focal point on that one, not just yet. I don't think I have small butterflies though. Butterflies, moths, whatever. Just fussy cut these out. I keep hearing this bubbling and I'm like, what is that noise? And then I remembered, I've got some Red Bull, which is popping in my ear here. I try not to drink too many of them, but they are so delicious. This is a new one which has been released in our country. What is it called even? I can't remember what it's even called, but is it Juneberry? Oh, it's delicious. Juneberry. Cheers. Red Bull gives you wings. And we're going to put wings on the lady if I can find like teeny tiny ones somewhere. Stick our lady. Does she want to go on that one? Or does she want to go on this one? Or does she want to go on this one? Look, if I'd angled it right, I mean, she would have had wings on there already, but now she's a bit skiff. So, skiff in Afrikaans, back to English, is skew. I forget sometimes that we do have an international audience. And I keep using my South Africanisms. Skiff. Ja. Ganya. Yes, no. Let's see what we got. See, I've got some butterflies somewhere. You know what? Let me look at these. Let's see if there's maybe a little butterfly somewhere. Hopefully there will be. There was a dragonfly. Not anymore. Come on. Let there be a butterfly somewhere. I might have to look in the upper box, see if there aren't any butterflies somewhere else. I mean, I do have those teeny tiny butterflies which I printed on sticker paper, but they're very see-through, as I told you last time. which won't really help. So you won't really see them. So hopefully we can find another butterfly, which is a tiny, teeny tiny. That could work. It's not a butterfly, it's a dragonfly. Yeah, let's use it. There we go, put that back. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do it here. Do I want to? Do I really want to here? I think you lose the effects of the butterflies. But then again, it does kind of theme up. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, let's not rip her head off. There we go. Okay, so I'm not peeling her off all the way because I want to kind of set the dragonfly behind her first. Fiddly things, because we love, oh, you know what, just take the back off. Let's see. Where do we want them? Oh, well, stuck now. Too late. That's very cute, actually. Very cute, indeed. Now we have a dragonfly person. It was meant to be a moth person, but that's fine. Same but different. That looks very cool. Happiness. I'm sure there's some more things we could add to that, but for now, let's see what we can do with these two. Am I thinking labels? Maybe we do some postage stamps. Yeah. Let's see. It's got sort of brownies in them. I think these might be stickers. Are they stickers? Let's see. Yep, they're also stickers. I don't really want stickers. How about something like that? But too big. Okay, let's can that idea. Let's see what else we have. Oh. I do have something else in mind. Let's see if that will work. These little thingies are also from Margreth's one digital kit. I did mention it just now. It's a family photo album one, and again I just printed these onto see-through sticker paper. I like that. It's got a little bit of blue in it, which is quite nice, but again, where am I going to stick it? So let's put it out there for now. Decide what we're going to do with it. Let's pull out this box again. Let's see, there's also some goodies in here. Let's put a bit of these things out. How about post office? Airmail. Ticket. New York. First class mail. Okay, let's make this one sort of like mail stuff. Then I'm actually thinking if we're going to do that, maybe I can make like a teeny tiny mini little envelope of sorts. Let's get that out the way. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just kind of do something like this. Okay, let's straighten this one out a little. There we go. It's a little bit straighter. I think that will do. Let's give it some inking just to make them stand out a bit better. That's nice. Ah, the rest of the family's home. I'm sure they've had a lovely day being out and about. I remember I said our oldest daughter, being my stepdaughter, I always want to call her my daughter-in-law. Her husband's just arrived from the UK to be with his family over the school holidays, their school holidays. Our schools are just about to go back, or they've just gone back, I can't remember. But yeah, so what is he? He's like my stepson-in-law. But anyways, they're all our kids, so it doesn't really matter. So our oldest son is here visiting his wife and kids while they carry on trying to sort out their visa stuff. And the little guys are so happy that their dad's here. So expect lots of noise. One day my house is going to be very quiet, and I'm going to miss them when they go back. So I'm enjoying every moment that I can, even if my house looks like a kindergarten and there's always much excitement and shrieking and laughter, but that's what makes a home, hey? I'm not even quite sure what I'm doing, I'm just going for it now. There we go. You'll see, this is why I keep closing my glue immediately, because it keeps like bubbling out there. Oh, and if I leave it too long, then it just makes a huge mess everywhere. So put the lid back on. There we go. That's looking great. That looks wonderful. And to cover up this corner, I think I'm just going to put that's at an angle. Let me cut it out first, peel it off, and then decide what I'm going to do. Oh, and of course, those of you who don't really know me, I'm a huge Formula 1 fan, and we've got the qualifying race. What's the time now? 2 o'clock, just after 2. So qualifying's in about 2 hours time, so I really want to get this done and edited and everything, and hopefully even uploaded before qualifying. Oh, there was a sprint race. It was so exciting. I love Formula 1. I've even got the app. I know all the drivers' names and understand most of it. Being a girl, you know. So yeah, race weekend, because I don't think there's been a race in like 2 weeks. So I'm like in withdrawal symptoms from not having Formula 1. I think that could look over there. Or was it too slanted like this one? Maybe we just put it straight. Yeah. Okay, the tricky peeling bits. This sticker paper really sticks onto that backing quite a bit. Let me grab my reversible tweezers. Nope. Let's try again. There's like a piece which has lifted, but to catch it before it falls down again, there's a trick to this. There we go. Oh, and then you drop it. Nope. Let's try again. Third time lucky. There we go. Gotcha. Oops. Oh, how pretty. It kind of fades, doesn't it? Oh well, we kind of know it's there. It makes an interesting sort of element. We kind of want to take that shine off. Yeah, let's take a bit of that shine off. Not too much that you actually take the ink off. It's still quite shiny, but anyways, there we go. It's like sort of like cluster tabs, seeing as we're on the clusters wagon at the moment. Let's see, something to put on here. I think I need a label, which isn't on washi paper or sticker paper. Let's have a look at one on here. That's washi ones that are printed on backwards. There's a bunch of other stuff. There we go. Labels. How about some nice longish label? I don't really want to cover too much of this. That could be fine over there. Label. How about a teeny tiny banner? Threw a piece in here earlier on today. Which, there it is. It's not banner shape yet. But we can turn it into banner shape. Itchiness. It's winter, so it's dry. I was just thinking about that just now when I was busy threading my machine. So here up in Joburg, we usually have a very dry, very cold winter, and it happens to be raining. It's like we've got Cape Town weather, because in the Cape, it's they have a wet, cold winter. I'm just making that blend in with the background so it's not too black. Yeah, so it seems like Cape Town sent us their rainy weather for some reason, which means it's going to be very cold, very, very, very cold over the next few days. Okay, and this one, I just want to turn this into a banner shape, because this was from a banner that I just cut down shorter, and I was like, well, I can still use that, even though maybe some of you would have thrown this piece away because it's so teeny tiny. There we go. That piece I'm going to throw away. Let's just ink in there. That one side. I think the first thing I'm going to do is stick the banner on there. And do I want it this side or this side? I think that side. Stick the banner on first. This side. So it seems to be becoming like a thing with my talking videos that I tell you what husband's making for dinner. So tonight he's making homemade burgers, and I'm very super excited for homemade burgers. I think I'm just excited as the grandsons are. Burgers and potato wedges. Yum yum. looks cool. I'll stick that there. Just kind of giving myself a bit of a base to work on. Mama! Mama! It's so cute. It's so cute when they're this age and they're starting to talk and communicate with their baby gabble. Oh, messed glue everywhere. Mama! So cute. Okay, let me grab a wet wipe and just try and clean that up a bit. As you can see, my cutting board is very well used and very gluey. I do try and clean it off every now and then, but some of this glue is very hectic. It doesn't exactly come off. And now, again, I've lost my little protector. Oh, there it is. You know me and putting things back. Scissors need their protector. First tweezers need their protector. Okay, I wanted to use some of... Where did I put them now? I keep forgetting where I've put things because everything's kind of got new homes. No, yes. Side. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I want some of these. I think the brown will go nicely. Let's try and find a little brown one. Yeah, that'll do. And over here, I want one which kind of goes upwards. That one goes long ways, long ways. This one. Nope, long ways. It's long ways. There's so many. This one's got like a little bit of red in it. I really want one which goes this way. That will go. Now I've mixed them. That wasn't very smart. I didn't think about that. I just threw them all out. So I've tried to put like squares and rectangles in this little section. Oh my gosh, how boring is this watching me sort these things out. Sorry guys. But it's important to me that they all go in the right place. Oh my goodness. That one's trying to escape. You see, and then the round and oval and odd shapes I've put in there. They are so pretty. I'm super impressed. Let's take that one out as well. Why not? Oh, I'm sorry guys, but like I said, it's kind of important to me that they all go in the right spaces because OCD and stuff. So yeah, what's nice about this project is that I'll do like a basic now, and then once it finds a home on something, then I can always add to it at a later stage. You know, it's sticking to my fingers now because I've got glue snots on my fingers. Glue snot. I can't remember where they came from, but I remember watching one lady on YouTube and she's like, glue snot. And I was like, oh, that describes it perfectly. Glue snot. Glue boogers. Just inking those edges up a bit. This washi paper, this principal washi paper is actually turning out very nice. It's actually holding a bit of the ink, which is really cool. Okay, so I just wanted to give myself a bit of a base to work on. There's that fold, even if it hangs off a bit. Fiddly. Okay, let's put it there. There we go. And problem is now with these teeny tiny ones is that you can't really see which way is up. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. It's like mid-sentence and just stopped. Let's do the round one over there, just to break that up a bit. Should we put this one here? Here, where are we going to put you? I might even just leave that one off. I think it's overkill. There we go. Ah. Why don't we put this one over here? Maybe not. Okay, I think those are pretty awesome. Lovely. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy with those. Okay, so now, like I said, what I was thinking about doing was if I go through these clusters that I made, for example this one, like, you see what I mean? It just needs a little bit extra on it. Now the only problem is I've made this very directional. Does it really matter? Hey, what's happening there? Oh, my watch has just died. Okay. Let's go through these and see if there's one where there's not too much happening at the top. I think there's stuff happening on the top of all of them. How about this one? See what I mean? It just gives it like a whole new dimension to this project. What about this one? Yeah. That's quite cool. It's a bit large. It is a bit large. I might have to need to make a cluster just for this. Hey, look at that. There you got your labels, and what I can do is just also maybe darken up those labels a bit. I like that. Yes, the tag is a bit longer. Tab is a bit longer. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that one on there. Let me move these out of the way, and maybe put these ones back in their little tin. Cool. Cool by the pool. Not that it's swimming with that at all. Like I was saying, now it's winter here. Rain in July? That's so weird. Maybe you guys can tell me a little bit about the weather by wherever you live in the world. Do you have wet, cold winters, or do you have dry, cold winters? Do you have wet, hot summers? So yeah, our annual rain usually comes in summer. And like I said, in the Cape, their wet season's usually in the winter. It's like opposites. Okay, let's see. Oh. See, I'm not sticking it all the way down. I'm just leaving it to puff up a little bit like that. Let's make it straight. Yeah, happy with that. Let's give it a pinch closed. Maybe one of these. Just smush that in place for now, and then I just want to kind of distress those a little bit so they're matching. Being super careful here. I think that's okay. I need those mini daubers. I'm quite impressed. I think that looks lovely. I still need to make something to go in here. Like a little pull-out cardy thing. But I think we shall leave that for another day. So thank you for playing with me today and having some fun. with scrappies and large tabs. I'm sure I'll show you again what I've gotten up to in my next video. Yeah, I mean, we over an hour again, you know. Time flies when you're having fun. So thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Please remember to like and subscribe and share and spread the word. Love you all. See you again soon. Bye for now.